Nuclear-armed France, after 30 years, is reintroducing military service for the youth. The German Chancellor pledging to build Europe's strongest army as Trump sidelines Europe and is engaging with Moscow and Kiev to end the war. From Paris to Berlin, the continent is arming itself for a storm.
For Europe, the reckoning is here. Europe's military machine is roaring back to life. Hardening battle lines in an era of profound uncertainty. The game has changed. For decades, peace was a dividend. Now security carries a steep price tag. France is making a big move. President Macron launches a dramatic drive to reintroduce military. Macron's words are sharp. This is not training, it is readiness.
Un nouveau service national.
A new national service will be instituted gradually starting next summer. This service has three specific objectives: to strengthen the bond between our nation and our army, to enhance our nation's resilience, and to consolidate the training of our young people.
A stark warning from France's new army chief about the country losing its children in a potential war with Russia.
The military will persevere in their missions if they feel the country is behind them. If our country falters because it is not ready to accept the loss of its children, because, let's face it, things need to be said, to suffer economically because priorities will shift to defense production, for example, then we are at risk.
France is not alone. Berlin is rearming on a scale not seen for a generation. Germany targets 260,000 active soldiers, boosting troop numbers by 80,000, plus another 200,000 reservists ready for deployment by 2035. This is no incremental rise, it is a total re-engineering. It's not just France and Germany, all NATO nations are bracing themselves. The Baltics scramble, Estonia doubles its defense spend, Lithuania bolsters its conscripts, Latvia extends military training. Sweden, fresh in NATO, invests warplanes, missile batteries, cyber warriors. Finland sharpens its edge, touting rapid mobilization as its trump card. Poland too beefs up arms imports and pushes for NATO deployments near the frontier. Spain upgrades digital warfare and naval patrols. Even Switzerland quietly expands its citizen soldier program. The logic is brutal and bare. Europe fears a new war, not because it wants one, but because it cannot afford to lose one. As the first recruits strap on combat boots and the first deliveries of hardware roll out, the continent stands at a crossroads. The defense lines, once silent, now crackle with energy. Europe may yet avert fire, but it's no longer counting on luck. It's preparing.
The uncertainty around Imran Khan's health condition has intensified, with huge question marks hanging in the air. The concern is only shooting up. The Chief Minister of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa visited Adiala jail once again. In fact, this was his 8th attempt to meet the former Prime Minister of Pakistan. He alleges that for nearly a month, no one, not doctors, not lawyers, not even Imran Khan's sisters, he alleges, have been allowed to see him, despite court-ordered visitation rights.
November 27th was the day of Imran Khan's cases, but today the date has been given as December 20th. Since October 27th, neither doctors, lawyers, nor the PTI leadership are being allowed to meet Imran Khan's sisters. Our concerns are increasing. They should decide which side they stand on, because if their attitude continues like this, the last option left to us is being considered, and God willing, we will adopt the same path again.
Now, this comes after a wave of panic triggered by unverified reports circulating on social media. The rumors set off dramatic scenes outside the jail. Imran Khan's sisters arrived at the prison gates for a scheduled family visit permitted twice a week by the Islamabad High Court, and they claimed that they were once again denied access despite standing court orders. What started out as a small sit-in by the sisters rapidly grew into a massive demonstration. Thousands of PTI supporters converged on the site, chanting slogans, clashing with the police. Some reports have said they were attempting to move towards the outer checkpoint of the jail, and the riot police were deployed. The area remained tense for hours. This is the second such protest in just a week. Last week, remember, Imran Khan's sisters alleged they were dragged, manhandled and briefly detained by the police during another sit-in outside the jail. They accused the authorities of ignoring court orders and keeping Imran Khan in solitary confinement under inhumane conditions. According to the prison officials, Imran Khan remains inside Adiala jail, is fully healthy, is receiving complete medical attention. The political temperature rose further when Pakistan's defense minister stepped into the controversy. He dismissed allegations of mistreatment and instead claimed that Imran Khan was enjoying, quoting, special comforts inside the prison. Asif contrasted this with his own time in prison, saying that he slept on cold floors, ate standard jail food, and had no hot water in winter. The comments have fueled even more political questioning, with Imran Khan dismissing the minister's claims as the propaganda. In fact, Imran Khan's side dismissing the minister's claim as propaganda. In a formal statement, the PTI has demanded an immediate, transparent clarification from the Interior Ministry. The party says the government must publicly confirm Imran Khan's safety, grant family access, and investigate what they call the rumors being spread online. PTI maintaining that any ambiguity around Imran Khan's condition is unacceptable. They insist that the state bears full responsibility for his well-being. And outside Adiala jail, the protests may have paused, but tensions remain high. PTI supporters vowing to continue demonstrations. If the family is once again blocked from meeting Imran Khan, the police remain stationed in large numbers in anticipation of further unrest. For now, the official word is Imran Khan is inside Adiala jail. He is medically stable and he has not been moved. Imran Khan, remember, is serving a sentence at the Adiala jail in a $1 million corruption case. He also faces pending trials under the Anti-Terrorism Act related to the protests of May 9, 2023. Authorities have charged the PTI founder in around 200 cases, but Khan claims they are politically motivated. But until the former Prime Minister is seen publicly or his family meets him face to face, this political storm surrounding his imprisonment is only going to intensify. Australia has officially designated Iran's IRGC as a state sponsor of terrorism. The foreign minister there announced this decision following an assessment by intelligence and security agencies, linking the group to attacks targeting Australia's Jewish community, reportedly. The government accused Iran of directing 2 high-profile arson attacks in 2024, including several other incidents. In fact, Australia also expelled Iran's ambassador, giving him 7 days to leave the country. This was the first case of ambassadorial expulsion since World War II, in fact. Under the new Criminal Code amendment, it is now a criminal offence to be associated or support a designated state sponsor of terrorism, with penalties of up to 25 years in prison. The move also empowers Australian police and intelligence agencies to combat extremist activity domestically. The IRGC itself is one of Iran's most influential institutions, reporting directly to the supreme leader. It controls Iran's ballistic missile program and commands the Quds Force, which reportedly operates regionally with groups like Hamas and Hezbollah. Established after the 1979 Iranian Revolution, the IRGC has evolved into a highly organized military and security force. With an estimated 190,000 personnel, this parallel army group also reportedly trains proxy militias across West Asia to wage local conflicts and also carry out attacks on Jewish community, reportedly. Concern over Iranian interference coming amid a sharp rise in anti-Semitic attacks across Australia since 2024. From graffiti at Melbourne's largest Jewish school to arson attacks on synagogues and community buildings in Sydney, the threats have only escalated rapidly. Australian authorities, in fact, have reported more than 2,000 anti-Semitic incidents since 2024. High-profile cases including the October 2024 torching of Lewis's Continental Kitchen in Sydney and the December 2024 attack on the synagogue in Melbourne. Police have also foiled an attempted synagogue attack involving explosives in January 2025. In response, the Australian government has strengthened legislation on hate speech and state-sponsored terrorism and continues to work closely with international partners to monitor and counter these threats. Australia now joining countries like the US, Canada, Saudi Arabia, Sweden in designating the IRGC as a terror organization, sending out a strong message in a way that any acts of hate or violence, whether domestic or foreign orchestrated, will not be tolerated. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.